Hello, Hilltop students. So great to see you and so excited to do a very fun story activity with you bunch of goofballs. Today we are going to read a story, one of my favorites, called What Do Teachers Do After You Leave School? Once we read the story, I'm going to show you how to make your very own mini storybook so that you can make a story about what students do when teachers leave school. Ooh, gonna have to get our creative juices flowing. So check out this screen over here and we are gonna read a story together. I just made myself big, but now I'm gonna make myself a little smaller so we can see those beautiful pictures. Oops. All right. What do teachers do after you leave school? By Anne Bowen, illustrations by Barry Gott. What do teachers do after you leave school? Oh, I guess we're having meatloaf on Monday. What do teachers do when the bell rings at 3? When you hurry home, so glad to be free? When classrooms are hushed and the hallways are too? When everyone's gone, what do teachers do? They change into jeans and get ready to play. They shout to their friends, "The day's over! Hooray!" They zip through the doors yelling, "First on the slide! Come on now, let's go for a slippery ride." Which one's Miss Hans? Probably that one. They pull on their skates for a cruise down the halls. They zip and they zoom until one slips and falls. They play games of basketball down in the gym, high-fiving, slam dunking it over the rim. I think that would be Miss Berger. When their tummies rumble, it's time for a treat. So what kinds of snacks do those teachers eat? They munch on cold pizza left over from lunch, then wash it all down with a raspberry punch. They fling pepperoni with all of their might. A gigantic, colossal, disgusting food fight. Looks tasty. When everyone's stuffed and all fizzled out, what do teachers do while lounging about? Well, some paint their toenails a bright, shiny red. Some teachers read stories to hamsters instead. Is that Mrs. Hempel? Some teachers play Scrabble. Some dance in their socks, while others build towers from big plastic blocks. Until. What's that guy doing? The naughtiest teacher. He's always the one. This is so boring. Let's have some real fun. I found these old beakers in room 204. There's all kinds of stuff on shelves by the door. Uh-oh. Wahoo! Cry the teachers. Why, this is so cool. Our own secret lab right here in the school. They wear plastic goggles, fill beakers with goop. They grin wicked grins while preparing slime soup. Now, keep a close lookout in case you know who discovers us in here creating this stew. The soupy goop bubbles, explodes in midair with smelly green gobbies that hit teacher's hair. Ugh. And then, from the hallway, there comes a bad sound. The teachers stand still. They know they've been found. It's Principal Barber! She opens the door as globs of thick slime drip onto the floor. What's going on, teachers? Now what have you done? You don't have permission. But this looks like fun. Come in, call the teachers, and make your own goo. Just put on some goggles, get ready to brew. So on through the long night till 6:15. Those teachers keep busy concocting their mix. "Oh dear," someone cries. "Just look at the time. We'd better work quickly to clean up this slime." The teachers are frantic. There's so much to do: scrubbing and scraping, washing and wiping, cleaning and shining, dusting and sweeping, spraying and drying until they are through. When the school bell rings and the doors open wide, what do teachers do when you come inside? Well, they stand by their classrooms. They simply can't wait to call to the students. Why isn't this great? The school felt so empty. It's good to see you. We missed you last night. There was nothing to do. The end. Little hamster bath. All right, Hilltoppers. So now I'm going to show you how to make your very own storybook using just one single sheet of paper. That's right, you can make a book with just one piece of paper. You're going to need a very large piece of paper, and you're going to need scissors. So let's start by taking our paper the long way. Make sure it's the long way, not the tall way. No, no, no. Make sure it's the long way. Then we're going to take one side and fold it over. Line it up as carefully as you can. It helps to do this all on the table surface. And then smooth out that fold. Make sure you're really smoothing that fold out back and forth right along the edge. That's called a crisp fold right there. Then we open it back up, and now we're going to fold it the other way, now from the bottom up. We might have to kind of mush our original fold so that we can line it up carefully. Do your best to check the corners. Once it looks good, smooth out that fold. If you want to get really fancy, sometimes I like to even use the handle of my scissors to rub right on the very edge of that fold. It'll make it extra crisp. Very crispy folds today. All right, open that back up. And now we're going to take the right and left sides of this paper and fold them so that the edge lines up with our center line. Smooth it out, open it back up, and do the same on the other side. All right. Make sure it's a crisp fold and open it back up. Now we are going to take this entire sheet and once again fold it in half. So we're taking this entire half and we're folding it over. Now from this folded edge, we are going to cut along the line and stop when we get to the very middle right there. But the tricky part is that you have to start cutting on the folded side, not over here on this flapping open side. No, 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 no. Over here where it's just a folded edge. So we're going to take our scissors, cut from that edge very carefully right on the line, and stop right when we get to the center. All right, pause the video at any time if you need a little time to catch up. Now, the folding part is where this gets tricky. So we're going to open this back up just like this, so that the folds are kind of popping out at you. If you have it turned over this way, where the folds are kind of denting down like a little valley, that's not the right way. Flip it so that each fold looks like a little mountain. It's poking up towards you. Now, I'm going to take each end of my paper and sort of fold it up to create a tent. I mean, it's got a slit in the middle, but now I've got kind of a tent here. Now watch closely. I'm going to take this side over here and this side over here in my hands. And when I push together, see how the center begins to open? If I can get the center to open, and this is the tricky part, push it together, turn it flat so that it folds down nice and neat. Then I can take this and fold this in half as well. Now, if we press on all our folds to make sure they're nice and crispy, just like we like our folds, crispy folds, then we can see that we've got a book that has just a few pages. Each page is sort of double layered, but really it just counts as one. So you should have the front cover, the next page, and the back cover. Now, in this book, here's what I want your crazy brains to do. I want you to write me a story. What the heck are these kids doing when the teachers are not at school? Are they having a food fight in the cafeteria? Are they digging tunnels underground? Are they playing a giant game of tag outside? Are they climbing on the jungle gym? Are they playing with the musical instruments in the music room? That's what I would do. I would definitely attack those xylophones. Don't tell Mrs. Schmidt. So tell me what you would do. Give yourself a front cover, make a title, give me a cover page or a beautiful picture on the front. Make sure you write by Miss Hans or by your name on the front so we know who wrote it. And in each page, tell me what you'll do. If you wanted to get really creative, you could even take advantage of these double layered pages and do something like this. Maybe, okay, so this is just one kind of page that's got two layers here. On the top layer of this page, I can make a little door by cutting up and over, flapping it open. Fourth graders will be familiar with this from our cardboard cityscape project. And you can even make a little door on that page. Maybe it's leading to the next classroom where kids are going to create more tomfoolery. When you are all done, make sure you color it really nicely, outline it in Sharpie, make it look professional. I mean, this is your first professionally published book, right? Well, thanks for making a beautiful artwork with me, a fun little book, and I hope you enjoy. I can't wait to see what you make.